Welcome back to Afternoon Live. It's the perfect, cozy recipe that's guaranteed to brighten up a winter day. Here to show us how it's done, we welcome back plant-forward chef educator Lauren Chandler. It already smells so good in here.
I think so too.
This is a recipe that's actually pretty familiar, I think, to a lot of people in Portland.
Yeah, have you had it before?
A long time ago.
Okay.
This is a riff on that elephant's tomato orange soup.
It is, and I have to say, when I first went in there and saw that was an option, I was like,
what's going on here?
I was definitely a skeptic, but I tasted it. I had to have a little sample, and I was like, whoa, this is blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm a big fan. It does have a lot of cream and butter in it. A lot of people can't have dairy.
True.
So I thought about, well, how can we make another version of this, omitting the dairy, but also getting some other nutrients in there?
Great.
So we're replacing it with beans, with white beans.
Oh, perfect.
Or cashews.
Okay.
Or a combination of both.
I love that.
So it's so simple.
Okay.
This is one of the things I love about it. So this is their, like, very close to their recipe.
Oh,
and
awesome.
I've linked to there so you can see.
Perfect. Yeah, they've shared it
similar
many
it is.
times. It
Yeah,
is kind of a
it's out
cool
there.
local staple.
Yeah. So I'm using some non-dairy butter. That's already melted a little bit.
Okay.
And we're just going to cook up some onions. It's just a half a medium onion. And oftentimes I'll do a double batch and just use the whole onion and double it all up because it's so good that and
It doesn't stick around for long.
But it also freezes well.
There you go.
So take half of it, put it in the freezer, give it to the neighbor, the friend.
Having frozen soup on hand is pretty incredible, especially when the days are really yucky outside.
Yep, exactly. So that's all we're doing. We're going to saute these a little bit. We don't need to get color on them.
Okay.
We just want to get them to be soft, like 3 to 5 minutes or so.
Okay, great.
And then literally we're just going to dump in canned tomatoes.
Yay.
And some dried thyme.
Okay.
Rather than fresh, the dried thyme, it just blends better in here.
Okay.
It's a little bit less sharp than if you were to use fresh, which is also why I kind of think of this as a pantry soup. Other than the orange juice.
That's true, yeah.
Which we'll get into a second.
Okay.
But we got the canned tomato, a little bit of dried thyme, salt, pepper, and baking soda.
Interesting.
And what the baking soda does, because there's so much acidity from the orange and the tomato, this mellows it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You want to only put in, I think it's a quarter of a teaspoon.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise it kind of starts to taste soapy.
I was going to say,
and
you don't want to
like
actually
know
taste that it's in there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
no. So you get the salt, the pepper, the thyme, the baking soda in there with the tomatoes, and then you can add your cashews and or your beans and let it simmer for bring it to a boil, then down to a simmer for 15 minutes. That's all.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. And then the
Easy.
cashews, which are raw cashews rather than toasted,
Okay.
because you don't want them to have a super strong cashew flavor.
Okay.
And toasting brings out the cashew flavor. So just raw cashews in there, and it'll soften from the heat, from being in there and from the liquid, the hot liquid. And then put it all in the blender with a cup of orange juice, 2 cups if you're blending it.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. And elephants, they don't blend it till it's smooth.
Okay.
It still has a little bit of texture to it. I like it really smooth, but you can do it however you want.
Okay.
You could also add just stir beans in
That's
if you want
true.
to do that, or do like half blended, half stirred.
Yeah, sometimes it makes it even feel heartier when you get to kind of have something chewy in there.
Yeah, yeah. And even like with a garnish, you could add some
that's
texture. Like you could take some white beans and dry them well and saute them in a skillet with a little oil so that they get crunchy.
Okay.
Or croutons, you know, you could always put some croutons on top.
Gosh.
I like to use the fire roasted tomatoes for a little bit of extra smoky flavor.
Look at the color on those. That's beautiful.
And then it's just half a teaspoon of the dried thyme, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. I've made this so many times.
Yes.
And then the quarter of
just really a
baking
pinch.
soda.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Okay.
And then we can add the cashews in, the beans combination, and then 15 minutes simmer, and then blend it with the orange juice.
Okay.
And that's it. So pretend that that's simmered
Yes.
for 15, you know, we give it a stir, blah, blah, blah. And then
look at this one here.
There we go.
Oh my gosh,
I know.
that's beautiful.
Look at the color on that.
Holy cow.
So let me Actually, before we do that, real quickly, here's a fun little garnish that we could
Okay.
do. This is my favorite chili oil.
Oh, yum.
This is the Hot Mama salsa,
Okay.
which is local. And so we can just put some of that in with some of the beans,
Oh, come on.
set aside, and just put those on top. And then that gives it a little bit of heat
Beautiful.
as well.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
It really is a hearty soup.
Yeah, it's very filling. And especially if you have those beans in there and the nuts, that'll fill you right up.
Well, and I love that making this a different version that's more friendly to different dietary restrictions, but you're still getting so much nutrition in here too.
And then, if you wanted to put any kind of herb, I always like something a little bit fresh, as long as it goes with it. I'm not a fan of like, oh, just do that to add color. I'm like, I like the flavor with this.
Surprise yourself. Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right.
Okay, I'm diving in. Now, what would you have with this typically?
So I think it's, of course, really nice. I always think soup and salad.
Yes.
Any kind of sandwich. Or on its own.
That's so, I mean,
It's pretty good on its own.
it's kind of hard to describe if you haven't had
oh, it's that chili. I'm sorry.
one chili.
Drink some orange juice.
If you haven't had the tomato orange experience.
Right, I know.
But it's so good.
It's really good. And, like I said, you could have it with a sandwich or just like toast, avocado toast, if you want to go that direction. Yeah.
A little sourdough dipped in there would be just divine.
And the other thing for texture, you could toast some of the cashews
Oh,
and sprinkle
yeah.
that on top.
So good. Oh my gosh, I've recovered from the chili. Okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much. You always bring
Sure.
us the best stuff. Great
Thanks
to
for
see you.
having me.
Okay, we will have this recipe and more about Lauren on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.
Sorry.